everyone, Beth here. Welcome back to the channel. It is still Christmas time, and I know I've done a lot of talking lately about holidays and family, and today I want to just add a little more lightheartedness to that subject and share with you a video that I put together when making some vegan Christmas sugar cookies and decorating them with family, all from scratch, completely homemade for the first time. I don't think I've shared this yet on the channel, but I've been vegan over 1.5 years now, and I have come across many different recipes and made lovely desserts that we really enjoyed, and really that you couldn't even tell weren't made without egg or dairy, things like that. But this is the first time making these vegan sugar cookies and decorating them and going through this whole process. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, these are completely vegan, so no animal products in these whatsoever. And the recipe that I use, I will link down below in the description, but it is for the Lofthouse style sugar cookies, so those really fluffy ones that you can get. I didn't want to make them too flat or flaky. One of them had that nice fluffy texture. And so after I made the dough, we rolled it all out, and you can see my mother-in-law helping out there. I could not have done that without her help. And then after we got it flattened out, it was time to cut. So I didn't make these super flat. I wanted them to be kind of thick so they could get that fluffiness to them. And we're using a Christmas tree cookie cutter that she'd already had in her cabinet. So again, very low waste. We didn't go out and buy a bunch of unnecessary items for this recipe and this process at all. So we got, I think, at least 3 or 4 different rolls out of cutting these cookies, and came out with about 30 total. The recipe said it would make 36, but again, we left these a little bit thicker to get that thickness and the texture of cookies we were wanting. So they're out of the oven now. There is my mother-in-law. We kind of split the cookies in half, and we're about to go about decorating them. So they came out looking super nice. Did break the end off of one to try them. Very tasty too. So making the icing now. This is royal icing. And it was just confectioner sugar, so powdered sugar, and then a little bit of vanilla syrup and water, and then our food coloring. So I actually was able to find some plant-based, some natural food coloring at Kroger. It's a Simple Truth brand, and the colors came out really nicely. And they're all, plant-based ingredients. Like the green is with spirulina, and the red had vegetable juice for coloring. And so it turned out really nicely for us. I felt very comfortable putting that in what we were making. So we watched some videos in between and tried to make sure we got the technique down for piping and consistency for the icing. So we were going ahead and doing that first to give it a good outline. Then we made our second batch of icing with a thinner consistency to go back in and flood the cookie or fill it in. Again, I wish that it really was this fast, because it is a process that really does take some time. I really gained so much more appreciation for people who do this often. Those are mother-in-law's cookies there. We split those in half. But a lot of appreciation for people who do this, and I see why they charge so much. I mean, really, it is a true art. Taste test. Mother-in-law was not a fan of how her cookies looked. I'm trying to be generous here. My expectations were very high, and really, considering everything though and how they turned out, with the fact that we did not use icing bags or icing tips to pipe or flood these cookies. It was all just Ziploc bags with as small of a cut on the corners we could manage. I'm very happy with them. Again, they're superb. Little Debbie could never. She wished her Christmas cookies and Christmas tree cakes could match up to the decoration that was on ours. But really though, with the icing bags like this, with the Ziploc bag and just cutting those, this is something simple that you can do with children too, not just family members that are adults, but it would work great for kids and give them that freedom to be able to work with the icing without having to go and just buy a bunch of things that you don't already have. So husband, mother-in-law are pictured a little here. Father-in-law was also there. Those are a couple of my cookies. And really considering the fact that we're just using Ziploc bags, man, I was pretty proud. That is one of mother-in-law's cookies. Oh, and by the way, the taste of these were just really awesome. I think that's one of my husband's cookies. These turned out, especially for him, much better than I thought they would. There's father-in-law's cookies. He was a machine, like cranking them out. There's my full set. You might notice a special character there, as well as that's my husband's set. Finn the Human made an appearance. Those are mother-in-law's cookies. Finn the Human made an appearance because Adventure Time is one of my favorite cartoons. And my heart just melted when I saw that my husband had drawn Finn the Human on one of his cookies. So I, of course, had to do a Jake the Dog cookie, which they will be featured together in just a moment. Yeah, I highly recommend this technique. Okay, there they are. Again, Cartoon Network. I hope you're seeing that. My ketchup and mustard cookie. When you're running out of icing, you have to work with what you have. Executed beautifully. Again, little Debbie could never. Look at that Christmas tree cake. Whose is better? Let me know down below, but ours surely tasted the best. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Merry Christmas.